So today's webinar's topic is regarding the boost your business. Here we are focusing on three topics. One is optimizing hoteliers bookings process, optimizing the e-commerce conversion rates, and SEO optimization. Before diving into the strategies, I would like to point out real-time business examples that have used these strategies that we are going to discuss, and this is how they have gained the benefits. Marriott International is the first example, and basically they did a good comprehensive data analysis to identify the users' patterns and trends, and based on that, they implemented personalized pricing strategies and tailored recommendations based on the user behavior data. So basically, that comprehensive user behavior data was the technique they have used to identify what are the issues they have and what are the things they need to be improved. And based on that, they did the optimization. And as you know, they could increase their direct bookings. The second one is booking.com. Booking.com is the other example who did the comprehensive data analysis for customers' behavior and identified what are the issues they have. So based on that analysis, they have identified that there are some sort of issues in their booking button. So it will imply a simple thing, but that's how they gain the benefits. Even though it is a small change, even though it looks like a small issue, that was the issue they had. So basically, based on that analysis, they did certain variations to the color, size, and placement for their booking button. To do that analysis, A/B testing was the technique they have used. Basically, if I give you more clarity about this A/B testing, so based on the content changes you are doing to the website, you should identify how the users are interacting with it. As an example, if you change the color, booking button's color to a red to green, and now it is color is green. Now, based on the A/B testing, you should identify now how your users are interacting with that change. So it is really important because this hotel websites and e-commerce websites regularly go with the updates based on the offers they have and the pricing changes and promotions they have. Therefore, it is really good to identify the customers or visitors' behavior based on the changes you are doing to the website. So that's how they got the advantages out of A/B testing, and they did the variations to the booking button and did the optimization. Along with that, they added another thing like urgency indicators, like rooms availability, and identified that as an example, they mentioned that these are the number of rooms are available and these are the number of rooms left now. And based on that, they identified how the users interaction and what kind of current viewers they have. Based on that, they did the ongoing optimization. And this A/B testing is an ongoing optimization. It's a continuous process. And based on that optimization, they also could get the higher conversion rates by boosting the business. So, and the other thing is, so it was a smart analysis, I guess. They addressed the exact issue and did the optimization. It's a really good example. These are the strategies that would like to introduce you for booking optimization. First one is the comprehensive data analysis, performance testing, UI/UX testing, compatibility testing, and social media integration and its optimization. Regarding the comprehensive data analysis, so these are the things that you should consider about. First one is user behavior data, conversion data, customer feedback, technical logs, and A/B testing results. Normally, you may know about customer feedback, right? But regarding the other things, those are related to the visitors' feedback. Sometimes you won't get a genuine customer feedback. But regarding the other areas, those are related to the visitors' feedback. So by analyzing these data, you will identify what is the genuine visitors' behavior throughout your website, and it will be really helpful for you to identify the issues and do the necessary optimizations. Here for user behavior data, you can use tools like Microsoft Clarity and Google Analytics. It provides you to get the data via heat maps, session recordings, and funnel analysis. Basically, heat maps shows how your visitors are interacting with the web pages. As an example, if we divide the particular web page into three areas as top, body, and bottom, it will show a percentage saying this much of users have interacted with the top of the page and this much of users have interacted with the bottom of the page and so on. So basically, after identifying that percentage, you can consider how do you place the important information and CTA buttons, control to action buttons. As an example, if you have less interactions for footer area, then you should not put your important information and CTA buttons in the footer area. So that kind of decisions you can make via that heat maps analysis. And the session recordings is the other key important things, and it records everything of the user behavior, visitors behavior. And so it will show how did your user navigated through the booking process, what are the issues they have faced, and what are the had they faced any confused navigations, in which stages they had drop off from the booking process, and were there any dead clicks, rage clicks. So all the things can be identified via this session recordings. However, this doesn't capture any personal data, and this Microsoft Clarity is comply with the global data protection regulations. Therefore, even though all the clicks and navigations are associated with these session recordings, it doesn't capture the personal information data. Therefore, you don't want to worry about data protection next. So this session recordings is really important. Apart from that, this funnel analysis shows what are the difficulties your visitors have faced. So it is also really important for you to identify whether you have confused navigations, complex navigations, complex steps, and so on. So as I mentioned earlier, A/B testing results with the other analysis based on the changes you are going to do for the web page. You can identify how your visitors are interacting with it. Technical logs shows what are the system failures and issues you have. So everything will be important for you if you did the comprehensive data analysis. Basically, if you are looking for a further optimization, first you need to identify your visitor, their patterns and trends. Then I think this strategy will be a very good optimization strategy for you. And these are the AI specific tools that will support you to analyze this data and give you recommendations for the optimizations. IBM Watson or data robots are the AI tools that you can use for the further analysis. Via the Microsoft Clarity and Google Analytics, you can collect the data, and the analysis part for recommendations and optimizations can be done via this IBM Watson. So as the metrics, these are the some of the metrics you can generate: bounce rate, drop-off rates at each stage of the booking process, conversion rates, and so on. Bounce rate is a really important thing. So as an example, if the particular visitor comes to a landing page and left it without further navigation, it shows a bounce rate, then you know your landing page is not well designed and some sort of issues will be there. So based on that, so bounce rate is also a good metrics for you to identify those issues. The other one is the performance testing. Performance testing is a really important thing for your website, because you may have done all the other optimizations based on the analyzed user data. You may improve the UI, user experience, and you may ensure there are no broken links and everything. But what would happen if there are any slowness? What if there is a slowness throughout the navigations, across the navigations, and what if your system cannot handle the multiple simultaneous users when they were making any payment, making any, then when they were working on the booking process, when they were working on the checkout process. So what will happen if there's no sufficient capability to handle that user load? Then you should identify, then you should do this performance testing to identify that how about your response time across the navigation, and and what are the how many users can be handled your website simultaneously, especially during a peak time. So that's why performance testing is important. And so let's say, if so what if happened if there's a system downtime or system crash when some of users are in the middle of the payment, in the middle of the booking completion. So let's say if they are in the middle of a payment completion, so sometimes if they cannot complete the payment, and if that amount is deducted, then it will be a really loss for them and plus to use. Because if they come up with a complaint, you won't be able to track that issue. So there will be that kind of issues if you didn't handle the performance of your website. That's why this strategy is really important. And Google Analytics and Microsoft Clarity is supporting certain statistics to identify the response time across the navigations, but there's no way to identify the how many users can be handled simultaneously and simultaneously. So that's why you should go with these tools to do this performance testing strategy. The other one is the social media optimizations and integrations. If you can remember, Hyatt is the one who integrated the social media profiles with their website. So basically, via this integration, you can access the different sources. And sometimes the person who looks at your Facebook or Instagram advertisement won't be able to afford for your offer. But if the advertisement is linked to a website that allows your visitor to go through the website and explore more offer, sometimes there will be a chance for them to go for another offer that can be affordable for you. So that is the benefits you can gain via that social media integration. So this strategy also a really good one. And so let's say but there may be certain instances where you have, where let's say you don't have a separate website, then you are totally dependent on the social media profiles. At that time, you won't be able to do that much of comprehensive data analysis using heat maps and session recordings, but you have to work on the reports given by the social media provider. As an example, these insight reports given by Facebook and Instagram. So based on these reports, you can identify how about the visitors' engagement, click-through rates, and conversions. Based on that, what you can do is, if you don't have a website and if you are really depend on the social media, then you can do is you can optimize your content. That is the optimization you can do if you are merely depend on the social media. And as the output, so these are the outputs you can gain. So basically, you can have an overall picture about user behavior, UI UX status, performance, and status in various devices. Apart from that, that identification is the actual user behavior will be it is a really good point for you, because otherwise there is no way for you to identify how your visitors or users are using your website, right? So it is a really good opportunity for you to identify their behavior. And apart from that, you will identify what are the weak points you have. If you identify your weak points and issues only, you will do the necessary improvements. Otherwise, assumptions-based improvements don't work. So, and the other important thing is, if you use the AI-driven AI tools, then you can get the recommendations for the optimizations via that AI-driven recommendations can be taken. So these are the benefits. So if you have more direct bookings, then it increased the revenue.